Welcome all, this is Seth from A Shot in the Dark Reviews. I am here in the pitch black of our pasture here at the bomb shelter. We are an animal rescue and sanctuary, and we have about 13 and a half acres, so it provides us with plenty of space to get some really good beam shot videos. This is the beam shot video of the Lumintop EDC18. This is 3 Cree XPL-HI LEDs putting out 2800 lumens max, and that is going to be at a 10,000 KDC, so this is definitely going to be a floodlight. We are in the pitch black of my pasture outside of some lights from far distant neighbors that the camera is picking up. So I'm going to point it at the asphalt here. I'm going to click it on. It's on memory, right? In fact, I'm going to put it in moonlight mode. Okay. You can't see this because moonlight mode is one of those things that I really love. I want to be able to have in my night developed eyes not something that's going to make me night blind. And so this moonlight mode, you can now see we're about I'd say we're about 8 inches off the ground, and you can see that moonlight is genuinely moonlight. There's not a lot going on with this. This is a few lumens max. And this is great because when you live in a place that has 13 dogs in it and 4 cats, to be able to move around the house at night without causing everyone to freak out is super important. So let's get to the good stuff. This has the ANDÚRIL, and I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, UI, which I really like. It's the same ramping UI that you'll find on the BLF GT and most of the BLF series lights, as well as some Lumintop lights, and it's a great, it's a fantastic UI. I like it quite a bit, very intuitive. But also, if you want to play around with a bunch of the advanced stuff, you can do that too if you feel comfortable. So we're going to ramp this up a little bit. And unlike other lights where I can say this is X lumens and X lumens, etc., I'm just going to basically take this out. We're going to put it on turbo. And now that I've shown you moonlight mode, you understand it's a ramping light, so I can't really give you proper lumen versus distance judgments. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put it in turbo, and I'm going to shine it on a couple of things at different distances and show you what this thing can really do. So double click for turbo. All right, like I said, a lot of moisture in the air. All right, so what you see back there is our pole barn that is about 100 yards away. This is I can already feel the head getting warm. This is getting warm really quick, but it is putting out an insane amount of light. It's getting hot. It is actually now getting to the point to where I can hardly touch it. That is heating up really fast. Wow, that heats up really quick. But the step down is also really fast too, because I can already tell you that is not near as bright as at turn on. Ow, I can barely touch the head at that point. Okay, so obviously running this at turbo can be used also as a portable hand warmer if you are in cold climates, because I can tell you, I was running that thing on turbo for 20 or 30 seconds, and I couldn't touch the head. That gives off an insane amount of light, but it also gives off significantly more heat than I would have expected, given the fact that I feel like they've kind of sacrificed a little bit of quality for, and I shouldn't say quality, I should say they've sacrificed space in your pocket for output. So the heat sink could be bigger around the head to dissipate heat quicker and for it to not heat up as quickly and not step down so fast as we saw it do. But then it wouldn't be quote-unquote EDC. It would be this giant head in your pocket. To give you a comparison, the MSRs are probably twice the, well, not twice the thickness, but probably have 3 or 4 more millimeters worth of thickness to dissipate heat when they're putting out their huge amount of lumen levels. So we're going to try that again. All right. That duck enclosure is about 40 yards away. This right here is Buttercup. She's our mini mule. To give you a perspective, she is about 15 feet from me. I'm running it at turbo again, and now we're going to go out into the pasture. So again, this is very much a floodlight. If you put this thing out and you're running it at turbo, no, it's not going to, you're not going to be able to see the tree off in the distance that I can see. I can see a whole lot more than what the camera is able to pick up. But I will say that this is definitely not something it's not a searchlight, but it will provide a ridiculous amount of light in a short throw capacity. This is a 100% flutter. So I'm going to click that off. And also, I know the run time on this on turbo is not ridiculous. However, we do still have the green rabbit, so for the moment, we're still doing okay on battery life. So we're going to do a quick 360, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Basically, so you can see what we're working with. That fence line over there is about 50 yards away. That pole barn that you see over there, that's about 100 yards away. The light that this puts out is an immense amount of light. It is, as far as an EDC use, this thing gives out more light than you will ever need in an EDC capacity, just to go for light that you couldn't plan for any better. I will say it is not as bright now. It seems like even in turbo, it is auto stepped down. So I don't know if there is a temperature restriction in there, or possibly I've run the battery that low that quick and the battery's trying to recover. But in essence, this thing puts out a ton of light in a very small space. And so as far as if you couldn't plan to have any other light with you, and this was just a situation where you had your only EDC light, I will say that the EDC18 puts out a phenomenal amount of light. A phenomenal amount of light. I mean, it's all pure flood, and so the camera is not able to pick up a lot of what I am able to see beyond the haze of the moisture in the air. But I'm lighting up trees and fence line, and I'm just, there is an immense amount of light coming out this. And also, I will say the initial turn on was brighter than this. I can tell that this is already ramping down a little bit. However, again, in an EDC perspective, this is all you really need. If you're EDCing this light, there is not going to be many situations that you're going to come across short of searching for someone in the woods that for long periods of time that you're going to need much more than this. This is a heck of a light, and I will say it is certainly an upgrade to the EDC-05C. Anyway, that is that. This is Seth with Shot in the Dark Reviews. For the YouTube algorithm, if you liked the video, you found it informative, you enjoyed the watch, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. Otherwise, stay bright out there, guys.